Let's explore the journey from the peanut field to your plate. When harvesting peanuts, each step is crucially planned to get the best yield of these nutritious legumes. Peanuts, known for their healthy fats, are a common snack found in many households. They can be enjoyed raw or roasted and are packed with nutrients like copper, manganese, and vitamin B3. Despite being called nuts, they're legumes, similar to peas and beans. Unlike tree nuts, peanuts grow underground. They can thrive in different environments, including gardens or large containers. Planting and harvesting peanuts require careful attention to ensure a successful yield of these nutritious legumes. It's advisable to obtain peanut seeds from a seed company rather than using raw peanuts from the store, as those may be treated and unsuitable for planting. Peanuts prefer warm weather and are commonly grown in the south. For successful cultivation in the north, select an early maturing variety and consider using raised beds or black plastic to warm the soil. If you buy peanut seeds from a seed company, they'll still be in their shells. Before planting, you need to remove the shells. Because peanuts take a while to grow, you can start them indoors about 3 to 4 weeks before the last frost date. Then, you can move them to your garden about a week or two after the last frost date. Once the peanuts are planted in the garden, they begin their journey to becoming ripe legumes ready for harvest on the peanut farm. Before harvesting peanuts, there are several steps the farmers follow to obtain a good peanut harvest. Before planting, it is advisable to dig around 6 to 8 inches deep to adequately prepare the soil for peanut roots. When they are planting, they put the seeds about 10 inches apart and bury them around 2 inches deep. In each spot, they usually plant 2 or 3 seeds. If you're in a colder area, planting them on a slope facing south can help them grow better. For larger-scale peanut farming, before planting ground nuts, it's important to ensure the soil has enough nutrients left over from previous crops. This is achieved by growing non-leguminous plants before ground nuts and adding the right amount of fertilizers containing potassium and phosphorus. Soil testing helps determine the exact fertilizer needed for optimal growth. After planting, peanut seeds start to grow roots beneath the soil. Around 10 days later, the peanut plant pops up above the ground. As the peanut plants grow, they become vibrant green, and the rows of plants merge into a green carpet. At this stage, small yellow flowers appear on the lower part of the plant, which pollinate themselves. After the flowers lose their petals, a small structure called a peg forms. From here, the peg grows underground, and each plant can produce up to 40 peanuts. It's crucial to maintain consistent soil moisture throughout the peanut growing season to ensure healthy growth and development. If there's not enough water, the crops won't grow well, and you'll get fewer pods. The goal of watering is to keep the soil damp, but not waterlogged. In areas where it mainly relies on rain, it's crucial to have good drainage so that water doesn't collect in the field. Regular watering is essential throughout the blooming, peg formation, and seed development stages to support continuous growth and maximum yield. Earthing up soil around peanut plants is recommended to help pegs penetrate the soil and support pod development, though it should be done with care to avoid disturbing the pegs. Implementing crop rotation with non-leguminous crops can improve soil health and break disease cycles, indirectly benefiting peanut yield. When you're growing crops, it's thrilling to nurture them and then enjoy the harvest in your meals. But you have to be on guard against pests and diseases. Each plant can be targeted by different pests and diseases, so it's vital to know what to look for and how to prevent them to keep your plants healthy from start to finish. Harvesting peanuts is a detailed process where each step is carefully planned to get the most peanuts possible. Let's find out how peanuts go from the field to your plate. Peanuts love warm weather and soil that drains well. As they grow, something interesting happens. After the flower is pollinated, a thin stem called a peg grows from it and goes into the soil. That's where the peanut pods start to form underground. When peanut plants bloom, they produce pretty yellow flowers. Once these flowers are successfully pollinated, the part of the flower called the ovary starts to swell, creating what's called a peg. This peg then grows longer and pushes into the soil, carrying the baby peanut with it. This process is called geocarpy, which means that the peanut pods develop underground. It's a special feature of peanuts that sets them apart from other plants. As the peanut plant continues its growth cycle, the focus shifts to the maturation of the peanuts underground. These underground pods, also called pegs, undergo a process where they mature and expand to their full size. This stage is vital for ensuring that the peanuts develop into plump and flavorful nuts. During this maturation process, the plant's leaves start to change color, often turning yellow. This change in leaf color is a natural signal from the plant that the peanuts are reaching maturity and are ready for harvest. It's a visual cue to farmers that the peanuts have completed their growth cycle underground and are now ripe for picking. Farmers keep a close eye on the progression of the peanuts' maturation by observing the changing color of the leaves. Once a significant portion of the plant's leaves have turned yellow, indicating that the majority of the peanuts are mature, it's time to begin the peanut harvest. This careful monitoring ensures that the peanuts are harvested at the optimal time when they are fully developed and have reached their peak flavor and nutritional value. It's an essential step in the peanut harvesting process to ensure a high-quality crop. When it's time to harvest peanuts, farmers employ a meticulous approach to carefully unearth them from the soil. This process involves a delicate balance of timing and technique to ensure the peanuts are retrieved without damage. Peanuts can be picked either by hand or by using machines. If picking by hand, it needs to be done with care to avoid damaging the pods or leaving them behind in the soil. To aid in this task, some farmers utilize specialized equipment designed specifically for peanut harvesting. Two common types of machinery used are diggers and combines. Diggers. These machines are equipped with blades or tines that are used to loosen the soil around the peanut plants. As the digger moves through the field, the blades or tines penetrate the soil, gently lifting the peanuts and their attached pegs from the ground. The goal is to loosen the soil sufficiently to allow the peanuts to be easily lifted to the surface without causing damage to the delicate pods. Combines. Peanut combines are specifically designed to harvest peanuts efficiently. These machines work by first lifting the peanut plants from the ground and then separating the peanuts from the rest of the plant. They employ various mechanisms such as shakers and belts to gently remove the peanuts from the vines and soil. Once separated, the peanuts are collected in bins or trailers for further processing. Once the peanuts are lifted from the soil, farmers let them dry out in the field for a few days. This important drying time helps to lower the moisture in the peanuts and stops mold from growing when they're stored. The farmers leave the peanuts with their vines still attached, making rows of drying plants in the field. After the peanuts have been left to dry in the field for a few days, the next step is picking, which involves removing the pods from the plants. This process can be done manually or with the help of specialized machinery. Manual picking. In manual picking, workers carefully harvest the peanuts by hand. They gently remove the pods from the plants, taking care not to damage them. This method requires a skilled workforce. Mechanical picking. For larger-scale peanut farms, mechanical picking is more common. Harvesting crews return to the fields with specialized equipment designed for this purpose. These machines are equipped with shakers and conveyors that gently dislodge the peanuts from the vines. Shakers. The machines use shakers to vibrate the plants, causing the peanuts to fall off the vines. This shaking action helps to loosen the peanuts without causing damage to them. Conveyors. Once the peanuts are dislodged from the vines, conveyors transport them to a collection point. These conveyors are designed to handle the peanuts gently to avoid bruising or other damage. Once the peanuts have been harvested and separated from the plants, they undergo a thorough cleaning process. The harvested peanuts are typically passed through a series of screens and filters that separate them from any remaining plant material, dirt, or foreign objects. After cleaning, the peanuts are sorted based on size and quality. This sorting ensures that only the finest peanuts make their way to consumers. Sorting can be done manually by trained workers or by using automated sorting machines that use sensors to detect and separate peanuts based on predetermined criteria. Once sorted, the harvested and cleaned peanuts are transported to processing facilities. Peanuts may be roasted to enhance their flavor and aroma. Roasting can be done using dry heat or oil, and the duration and temperature of roasting can vary depending on the desired roast level. Some peanuts may undergo blanching, which involves briefly boiling the peanuts in water and then removing their skins. Blanching can help achieve a smoother texture in products like peanut butter. Peanuts may be ground into paste or butter using grinding machines. This process involves crushing the peanuts into a smooth or chunky consistency, depending on the desired texture. Once processed, the peanuts are packaged into bags, jars, or containers, ready for distribution to retailers or consumers. Overall, the journey of peanuts from harvest to consumer involves several critical steps, including cleaning, sorting, processing, packaging, and distribution. Each step is essential for ensuring that the final product meets quality standards and satisfies consumer expectations for taste, texture, and safety.